Hello children, hope you are all doing good and you might be getting lesson videos of all the subjects from the school, and I think this is our first video lecture of biology, and today I'm going to begin with the first chapter, that is plant life, and hope you are all following whatever the lessons you are getting. You're going through those lessons and doing homework at home, right? So we'll begin with the first chapter of biology, that is plant life. Plants. Already we have studied in our previous classes what are plants, what are the parts of plants, what are the types of roots present, what are the functions of various parts of the plants. All these things we have already studied in the previous classes, and in this class, in this chapter, we are going to study some more detailed description about the plants. As we know that plants, they have different sizes. We can see plants, some plants are very short, very small, some plants are medium sized, and some plants are very tall, right? They have different sizes, and the shape of the plants also, some are very broad, some are narrow, some are having medium size, like shrubs, herbs, everything we have studied in our previous classes. So they grow in different habitats also. Habitat means the place where place where plants or whatever the life grows naturally. It is called habitat. So plants they grow in different habitats. Like some plants grow in desert regions, some plants grow in mountain regions, and some plants grow in plain regions, right? And some plants even grow in water also. If we see the structure of the plants, all the plants they have two main parts. One is called the root system and the second one is called the shoot system. Two basic parts are present in the plants. One is root system, and root system, as we have already studied, that lies below the ground in the soil, whereas shoot system is the part of the plant which is present aerially. So two main parts are present in the plants. One is below the ground and the second one is above the ground. The part which is present below the ground is called the root system, and the part which is present above the ground is called the shoot system. The root system, first we will study about the root system and then we will move on to the shoot system. The root system, it forms actually the underground part of the plant, and it consists of roots and some branches are present. Whereas shoot system, it is the aerial part of the plant. Aerial part of the plant means which is present above the ground, in the air it is present, and it consists of like stems are present, then branches. This is the stem. Branches are present, and in the branches leaves are present, flowers are present, buds are present, and fruits are present. So all these are the parts of the shoot system. Root system. Root system, if we see, roots are generally non-green. Plant, the whole plant would be green in color. If you pluck and observe the plant, the root system would be brown in color, whereas the shoot system, the stem, whatever the part that lies above the ground, that would be green in color, and whatever the part that lies below the ground would be it would look brown or light brown in various shades of brown color. So they are non-green parts, non-green and non-photosynthetic. They are not photosynthetic, non-green and non-photosynthetic part of roots, or the non-green and non-photosynthetic part of the plant. Actually, they grow downward towards the ground. Towards the ground. See, this is the root which is going downward, that is towards the ground. So whatever this is, towards the gravity, the root is growing. Towards the gravity, in the direction of gravity, that root is growing. This is known as the geotrophic. They are positively, means they are since growing towards the gravity, it is known as positively geotrophic. Roots are positively geotrophic, and they are also positively hydrotrophic. Positively geotrophic and positively hydrotrophic also. Hydrotrophic here means they grow towards the water. Water is present as usually whenever we put water to the plants, that water we see it is sinking into the soil. So water is going downwards, so towards the water movement, the root growth will also be there. So we can say that they are positively geotrophic. Geotrophic means growing towards the gravity, in the direction of the gravity, whereas positively hydrotrophic means growing towards the water, right? That is growing like water roots. All these are we can say the examples for the roots that are growing positively towards the water. They are negatively phototrophic, we can say. Here we'll write negatively phototrophic. What do you mean by negatively phototrophic? Means phototrophism. Trophism means it is like growth. So photo means light. Growing towards the light. We can see the root here clearly growing towards the ground where the darkness is there. It is not coming up and growing above the ground. So it is going against the light. That is why it is known as, it is growing and going against the light. So it is known as negatively phototrophic. So if you see the definition of root system, they are non-green, non-photosynthetic parts of the plants which grow positively towards the gravity and towards the water, and negatively towards the light. Means negatively they are phototrophic and positively they are geotrophic and hydrotrophic. Next, if you see the major functions of the plant, whenever we put water to the plants, actually plants, they don't have mouth to drink water like how we drink water. But we can see the absorption of water by the plants. How they are drinking that water means mainly because of the roots. So these roots or those structures which absorb the water and minerals from the soil. Along with the water, whatever the small nutrients that are present in the soil will be absorbed by the roots only. So these roots, they absorb water and minerals, and these water and minerals, they travel like this. They are absorbed by these tips of the roots, and after absorbing through these branches of the roots, they send to the main branch of the root, and from the main branch of the root to the stem and to other parts of the plant body, this water and minerals will be sent. Not only that, the roots help in the absorption of water and minerals, but also the roots, they help to anchor the plant firmly in the soil. Without a root, we don't see any plant growing. If the root is cut, means there would not be any stability for a plant to stand up in the ground. So root is that which is giving stability for a plant to stand up firmly in the soil or in the ground. By anchoring the plant, by fixing the plant in the soil, they are giving stability for a plant to stand up in the soil. Some roots are there, they help in the storage of food which we eat commonly, like that we will see in the next part of this lesson. Some roots like radish, carrot, beetroot, all these are the vegetables that we eat. Actually, they are nothing but we are eating the roots which are storing food. So some roots, they store food in them which can be edible. So these three are the main functions of the roots. One is they absorb water and minerals from the soil. The second one is they fix the plant firmly in the soil. And some plants, some roots of some plants, they store food. If we see the types of roots, roots are broadly classified into two types. One is a taproot and the second one is a fibrous root. This also we have already studied in our previous classes. Taproot and fibrous root. Taproot. Taproot and fibrous root. First we'll come to the taproot. Two types of roots are there, we have already seen. Then taproot, in case of taproot, the root will have one main root. So this is one main root is present in the taproot, and from that one main root, the branches they grow. See, one main big root will be there in the center, and small branches they grow out of that main root, and these small branches will also have the smaller branches and the smallest branches. This is how the taproot grows. Generally, plants with a taproot system, they are deep rooted, we can say, means this root they go deeper into the soil when compared to the plants with the fibrous root. Grass, such plants we can pluck them easily, but the plants like mango plant or neem plant, these plants can't be plucked so easy as easily as we pluck the grass plant, because grass plant is that which contains the fibrous roots. So fibrous roots they do not grow much deeper into the soil, whereas tap roots they grow much deeper into the soil. This taproot is that which is enabling the plant to anchor better into the soil, so that, because see, this is growing much deeper into the soil, and broadly the roots are growing, the branches of the roots are growing, so it spreads as much as possible. This is to absorb more and more water and minerals from the soil. Next is fibrous root. Fibrous root is the root this is the fibrous root, and fibrous root is the root which contain a bunch of small roots which are growing together. See, this is like looking like a tuft of threads which we are holding in our hand. So here no main branch will be there, and as these are not growing much deeper into the soil, we can pluck such plants very easily, and the plants which bear these fibrous roots, they do not grow to much higher level. They do not grow much taller, because the roots they do not support. If the plant grows much taller, means the roots cannot support the plant weight. That is why these plants they grow very nearer to the ground, and they do not grow much deeper, so that they can't absorb as many minerals and as much water the taproot is absorbing. So this is about the taproot and fibrous root. Taproot we can see in big trees like mango tree, guava tree, or banyan tree. All these trees they contain the taproot. Whereas fibrous roots they are generally seen in the monocot plants like grass, rice, wheat, maize, all these plants, and even coconut tree. One taller tree is there which contains the fibrous root. Coconut tree contain the fibrous root, but here these fibrous roots they grow much deeper into the soil. Then modification of root. Roots actually they modify from doing by as they do their routine function, like the absorption of water and minerals, and giving stability for a plant to stand in the soil. These are the routine functions of the root. The third function we have already seen, that is some plants they contain the roots which store the food material. So some roots they modify to perform the specific functions. The roots generally modify for food storage, and roots modify to give support, and some roots they modify to absorb the food material, because some plants they